We realized from early on that if you deliver great service to the residents, everything else would take care of itself, and the only way to deliver great service to the residents was to take care of the associates and treat them well. And so it's a pretty simple philosophy, but we really started with that from day one, and we tried to borrow some things from the Ritz-Carlton early on. Kisco really has put the residents first, and the level of service that we deliver to residents is the most important priority, and then taking care of associates is the only way to deliver that 5-star service. Yeah, Kisco Confidence really is about trust and transparency, being open. Part of our principles, values, and beliefs is open communication, so we've always believed in being trustworthy and transparent with residents. So when we started with the pandemic, when we had a positive COVID test, we were very open about it. We put it on our website. We wrote letters and informed family members and associates just because we believe it's the right thing to do for everybody. But we've always felt that open communication, trust, and transparency was an integral part of what we do, built into the DNA of our culture. And it's not anything new, but we've taken it to another level during this important time during the pandemic when people are not feeling safe, and trust and transparency becomes even more important.
Trust and transparency is not new to Kisco. It has been a part of the way that we operate, and frankly, the way that we think is most important to work with our residents and families. We want to model dignity in the way that we work with our residents, whether that's with good news or bad news. And we know that they not only can handle, but they deserve to know the truth with whatever aspect of life it is that we're talking about, whether it's COVID-19, whether it's billing, whether it's a dining complaint. We definitely want to prioritize how quickly we respond with facts, and also be transparent about what we can and can't do, or what we are doing about something. And because we do that on a regular basis at all levels of our organization, I do believe we have earned the trust of our residents and their family members, and that's why we continually see that they confidently refer their friends and family members to come live at our communities. One of the greatest moments of every day in all of our communities is what we call daily lineup. So we start every morning with a community-wide meeting. And so every associate, no matter what department or what responsibility you have, is asked to join together for a morning huddle. And during that huddle, we share information about the day and about different departments, and it's a way to empower associates to be really knowledgeable of things outside of what they're asked to do. It's a way to empower associates to have the answer when a resident needs it, right? Instead of saying, let me get back to you. We give them the information that they need to really service that resident. But what I love about Daily Lineup is it ends with us reciting our principles, values, and beliefs. And this happens every morning in all 20 of our communities in all states we operate. We do it every day, and it's powerful, and it's just such a great way to start the day and remind us about what's most important in all aspects of our jobs.
We're very early in adapting a plan that was designed to keep the residents and associates as safe as possible, as early as possible. Over the last 4 years, we've made a big investment in technology in terms of an underlying infrastructure and technology platform that enabled us to do all this. Wi-Fi in all of our communities, a very stable network throughout the country. And so when COVID hit, we realized we had to take advantage of that technology platform to offer other services, whether it's telehealth, the things we're piloting with K4 Connect, AccuShield. We had already used at a few communities, but we rolled it out very quickly to all communities once the COVID pandemic hit, because we had the infrastructure in place. We have a strong IT department, and we were able to move very quickly because of that. We have a protocol of cleanliness that goes well above CDC. We have fogging machines that sanitize our apartments before somebody moves in. And we have a whole long list of new sanitation items and cleanliness. We're hiring an environmental director of health and services that is tasked with leading that initiative to really up our game in terms of cleanliness to hospital levels, but still remaining a hospitality model.
Safety and security have always been our highest priority at Kisco. And I think with the introduction of COVID, which nobody wanted, but here we are, I have been incredibly proud of our team, everybody at the home office, everybody throughout our communities, who continue to make it a priority to keep our residents safe while balancing quality of life.
I have felt very safe here, that they have done everything they possibly can to take care of us during this pandemic, because they had to adapt very quickly to the COVID-19 pandemic. They now at least serve us 2 meals, wonderful meals per day delivered to our rooms. They have opened the gym for 2 people at a time, the pool for 1 person at a time, and exercise classes for 8 people at a time. And they have sanitized and worked hard, done everything they could to keep us safe, and we're all very, very grateful.
What's notable for me, and actually took me by surprise when I first started to get my head wrapped around exactly what we provide at our communities, is how similar what we do is to a 5-star or luxury lifestyle hotel. Whether that be transportation that's provided either by reservation or on a regular basis to and from medical appointments, or in some cases to do general errands and things like that. Providing that as an opportunity, that's something that most fine hotels do. They provide house cars or shuttles, if you will. Activities, most hotels, especially the higher caliber ones, will have a concierge service that can help arrange activities that are off-site or are outside of the hotel. We do the exact same thing in a lot of our communities. We don't call it a concierge. The front desk and resident relations team does that same role and responsibility, but they're there to facilitate making sure that our residents have activities to, again, stay involved, stay engaged, and thrive.
We're really good at customer service, and we have been good at customer service since the inception. And that's the ability to get the task done and do it with pleasantry and being efficient. We want it to go a step above that. We want it to be excellent. Good is never good enough. So we want it to be excellent. And we looked at hospitality as a way to do so. And hospitality for us meant providing them with an experience. Well, we were honored and fortunate enough to partner with Forbes. They're the leading expert in luxury 5-star living. They worked with us. They learned our business model. They learned what was important to us. And along with their team, we developed our service standards related to what our residents wanted and needed. The feedback was tremendous. It allowed us to give our residents the confidence that they were moving into the right place, that they live in the right place. They had traveled the world. They've seen the best of the best. And now they have the opportunity to come home to this every day.
One thing that we have is a mindset. It's called Taste, Travel, and Explore, where we try to introduce different cuisines from around the world, and it kind of gives our residents the opportunity to feel like they're traveling or they're going to a different restaurant and experiencing that food within our communities without ever leaving. Because when you're traveling and you're going out to restaurants, it's a destination, and the chefs either are well known, they have a certain skill set or talent that they're sharing with you through food. And that's very much how we recruit our dining services directors and our executive chefs that are in our communities. We have chefs that have award-winning restaurants. They've been in magazines. They've won multiple different competitions. I think one of our dining directors in North Carolina recently won a mac and cheese bake-off and a grilled cheese competition, first place in both of them. But our chefs truly are the ones creating that unique customized menu within their restaurants and the communities. The planning that goes into it is really around, again, training, coaching, and mentoring your team and the talent that you have within the community. That's the first part. The second part is obviously having your vendor relationships and ordering the product that you design on your menu. We partnered up with Crandall Corporate Dietitians, and they conduct a quarterly audit, and part of that audit is around safety and sanitation. The other parts is around actually the meal service that we provide, and also nutritional assessments. But the safety and sanitation part for us is really important, that we are frequent on it and that we train all of our team members to know how to execute that. We don't operate a clean kitchen that runs well just one day a year. So that happens every single day through and through. And I think that kind of our current state has opened up a lot of people's eyes to hand washing and cross-contamination and different things that we've touched. But in dining, we've always done that. It's just kind of part of our DNA of what we do. Each one of the chefs kind of bring a little bit different flair to their restaurant.
I think there are really 3 fundamentals that I reflect on coming from the hotel industry that would differentiate a 4-star hotel to a 5-star experience. And those really are name recognition, personal recognition, the ability to anticipate needs knowing what residents will need throughout their day without them having to ask. And then also finding those wow moments where you can really just make somebody's day special.
Creativity and the quality of programs here are beyond what anyone can imagine, I think, in a retirement community. Again, it's not just the wellness, it's the whole team, the management team, frontline associates, everyone comes together, and even the residents. So it's an overall well-rounded approach. We have 6 dimensions of wellness that we base all of our programs on. And so we try to have, evenly divide out our programs amongst those 6 dimensions of wellness. Some are more popular than others. For instance, social wellness. Our residents love to be social, so we really try to provide as many social programs as we can for our residents. So then that way they can be engaged in many different aspects in their lives, whether that's physically, emotionally, socially. The Art of Living Well encompasses all of that.
I've been here 4 years. 4 wonderful years. This is home. It's the feeling that you have and also the surroundings. Everyone that works here, they make you feel like you're the only one. Any needs that you have is taken care of. You can trust them. The friends that you meet, that through time you have a love for them and their family. And every day is a new page, and you make it what you want to, and you can just have a wonderful time. It's all about family, making you feel at home. It's a happy place.
Peace of mind really is a huge part of what we're selling and the attraction of moving into a senior living community for people, not just for the residents, but their families, adult children as well. And so it's addressing that collective peace of mind, knowing that the residents getting great service taken care of by caring, compassionate people, and the family members know that, especially if they're in a distant city or location, they know their loved one is being taken care of. So part of Kisco Confidence is that peace of mind, knowing that they're well cared for.
This is a business that's about people. It isn't about things. And so every day when I come to work, I say it's a privilege to be here, and I am a guest in someone else's home. So what do I have to do today to make sure that all the people who live here feel valued and that they're engaged, and all the associates I interact with also feel valued and that they're engaged as well? So this isn't just selling a product or a machine, but we're talking about people's lives, their feelings, and really what their next best life is going to look like. And so if I can be a part of helping people sort of choose their path for their next best life, that's a privilege and that's an honor. I think we're really on the cusp of people looking at aging differently. There's a paradigm shift that's happening right now in terms of aging and what aging looks like. And really, Kisco is at the forefront of what's happening and wants to be a part of really setting the mark for what people expect for their experience as they grow older and what it's going to look like moving forward even from there. So we're looking at really unique wellness programs, elevated dining programs. We're really looking at elevating the entire senior living experience for our residents, for their families, and also for our associates. And I'm really proud of the fact that Kisco is at the forefront in setting the mark for how it's going to be moving forward.
When I walked in the door, I said, I'm home. It was the staff, it was the residents, it was the feeling of the entire place. The grounds are beautiful. I just knew I was home.
That's the
promise of Kisco Confidence.
The essence
of peace of mind.